Assalamu alaikum, good afternoon and welcome to Sports Extra. I'm your host Ahmed Nawaz with the latest roundup of sports. Today you're watching us live on the platform of Pakistan TV from our Islamabad studios. We start off with cricket and we give you all the updates that you need to know. A lot of happenings in the world of cricket and a lot of updates that we've got for you as well. We of course start off with certain developments that have been making headlines as well, and latest news has come up with changes to the Pakistan squad as well. I am of course going to highlight that, but first of all, the ICC Women's World Cup have been another disappointment for Pakistan. 2 losses out of 2 now. Losing to Bangladesh was very, very critical, but now going on to lose against India and in an embarrassing fashion, let's be very honest. If you're keeping a run rate below 3 in the first 10 overs and you're unable to negotiate swing bowling, I think you certainly don't deserve a place in the side. The fact still remains that these names have been there in the Pakistan women's setup, and all we've been saying it that they deserve some time, they deserve some time. I'm going to change the rhetoric now. I have come to a point where I believe that it's gone too much now. The fact is that there needs to be serious steps taken to improve women's cricket in Pakistan. We're just not capable of playing international level cricket at the moment. We talk about that, then we move on and we tell you Shubman Gill has been appointed as the skipper for India's ODI series against Australia. He's now the new ODI skipper along with the test skipper, which he already was. Of course, this is a bold move now. This ends the reign of Rohit Sharma as the ODI captain for India. And of course, then we move on and we discuss the 68th Quaid-e-Azam trophy, which starts, but day one abandoned due to rain, unfortunately, in the twin cities of Islamabad and Rawalpindi. 10 regional sides competing with 46 matches scheduled across the venues. Under 21 players mandatory in the 11. And of course, Sialkot are going to try to retain their title once again. Then we talk about motorsports. We'll be talking about the Singapore Grand Prix, where Russell has dominated from pole position. He beat Max Verstappen by 5.43, Red Bull coming second on the podium, but McLaren taking the Constructors' title as well. So a race to remember for George Russell as well. And of course, fending off McLaren's duo, Lando Norris finishing third, and Oscar Piastri finishing at 4th place in the Singaporean Grand Prix as well. Then we move on and we discuss international taekwondo glory for Pakistan. A double gold medal in Indonesia. Ayan and Saim have topped their category. Mohammad Ayan triumphed in the minus 33 kilogram category. And of course, Pakistan shining among the Asian competitors as well. Saim in the minus 30 kilograms category. Congratulations to the Pakistan Taekwondo Federation and all you Taekwondo fans. That is what we're discussing in detail. We'll start our discussion off with women's cricket. Joining us in studios is international cricket commentator, broadcaster, presenter, and our sports expert, Asif Ahmad. Good afternoon, assalamu alaikum.
Good afternoon,
How
Ahmed. I'm very well. How about yourself?
Thank you very much for joining us. Disappointment, let me be very honest. The way we've performed makes me question whether we're capable of playing international cricket or not.
Well, it's a bit harsh. And we all are supporting our women. Right before this marquee event, we were expecting something extraordinary. And as Ahmed, you do remember that the way Pakistan played this qualifier, and Pakistani women, they were playing brilliantly. But I reckon that there is a pressure, and they're playing with some immense pressure. And Sidra Amin and some other players, the way they performed right before the ODI World Cup, I think we should tell them that there is no need to take pressure. It's a simple game. You're playing against India. 248 was quite chaseable, where the Indian players, they went for little partnerships, cameos. That was really, really important. When you're chasing 248 in that regards, you do remember that you require 100. We had done 100. Sidra Amin, a brilliant innings. Her technique was absolutely fine. But I think the rest of the batters, they didn't support her, especially Fatma Sana, especially Natalia Pervez. She was playing so good. She was playing nicely. The short selection was problem. And I think the coaches, they should work on it. 2 games, 2 lost. We still have time. We still have some games, and we could come back and we could bounce back strongly. So please don't give up. Just keep supporting them.
Well, we'll always support the team, but the fact is that 6 games to go now. You've got to play Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, England. You're still playing Sri Lanka in there as well. So I know the teams that we're playing. It's as simple as that. But the fact remains, Asif, that you know, out of these 5 games, even if you win all of them, it's going to be very tricky to qualify. Top 4 teams are going to go through. But the brand of cricket we're playing, and if you look at some of these records now, 50 matches, 60 matches that they've played, majority of those records that they have come from tier 2 teams. They've not performed against the top teams in the world.
In your intro, you were talking about that the Pakistani batters didn't manage well to play swing. If you see the stats of Indian bowlers, what they were doing, they were just bowling wicket to wicket. What you'd have to do in that regards, just play with the straight bat. It's almost run a ball. There is no need to go with an aggressive approach, with an aggressive mindset. So the game awareness was big problem. Mohammad Wasim, you know, he's a very, very experienced guy. Junaid Khan is there. And the way they were working right before the World Cup, they had different camps, and Pakistan team had a bilateral series against South Africa. So Pakistan played well. One thing which is quite understandable, when you're playing World Cup, it means a lot, a nation like Pakistan. And last night on various platforms, I was talking about women cricket, and I just said, tonight we will be celebrating Pakistan's victory because Pakistani bowlers bowled really well. The only thing was missing, that was your mindset, that you didn't try to finish well. And Ahmed, once again, the same problem with the Pakistani women as well. We were not able, and we didn't manage to play full overs. This is 50 overs game, and you require good partnership. And that was the intent messing in Pakistan.
I'll give you some numbers, right? Diana has played more than 60 matches now, and she's taken a lot of wickets for Pakistan.
She has completed
100
wickets.
No, not necessarily. I want to talk about the 100 wickets, but I'll go back to the skill level. In those conditions, if you can't, your seam position, if you can't swing the ball and you're taking wicket down the leg side, makes me question your bowling. Why I say that? On the other end, India opened with Renuka Singh Thakur, who's played 22 matches and she's got 38 wickets. And I was actually watching the seam position and the way she was bowling, 2 outswingers, 1 coming back in. I mean, there's a huge difference with the skill level over there.
Well, I'm impressed with Fatma Sana, the way she bowled, and especially her, seam position. She was very good against the left-handed batters. One thing, Ahmed, when we talk about the talent we do have, the resources we do have, I think that we are not managing well. We do have good resources. I had a chat with a former test cricketer today, and he said that in Sakkar, in some other part of the Sindh, I saw that the girls, they were bowling with 120, 125. But actually, your selectors, they didn't pick them up because they are coming up with the same girls and they're happy and they're giving them ample opportunities. They're not performing well. You're sharing stats with us. So the only problem with the Pakistan is that either we are good with our selection or not. That's the point.
Well, absolutely. Now to discuss things further and talk more on women's cricket and also domestic cricket, we've been joined on Sports Extra by former test cricketer, someone who's played 25 test matches for Pakistan, 56 one-day internationals, someone who has a mammoth 12,000 plus runs in domestic cricket, playing 216 first-class games. Joining us is former test cricketer Yasir Hameed. Assalamu alaikum. Good afternoon, sir. Welcome to Sports Extra.
Walaikum assalam. Walaikum salam. Thanks for having me.
Thank you very much, Yasir bhai, for joining us. Let's first talk about women's cricket. I'm a bit critical. Obviously, I think that it's been an embarrassing loss, but what would you believe is the right way forward? For far too long, we have only said that they deserve more facilities, they deserve more matches. But now when I see some of these players, they've been there for quite some time now for Pakistan.
I totally agree with both of you. I was listening to your discussion. I did not, honestly speaking, I did not follow much of women cricket in Pakistan because I'm not fan of their approach and their skill. Honestly speaking, we have to make a new pool of players because these girls, they are not good enough for I think against good teams. Teams like India, teams like Australia, teams like England, they're very strong teams. Their base is very strong. Their skill level is high. Their approach is good. They are physically strong. apart from India, but Indian skill is better than our skill. I was listening to K. Asif. K. Asif was mentioning some girls from Sakhan and interior scene. They are talented and they are raw talent, but they did not, the selector did not pick them. I must say, and I urge that you have to pick a raw talent and groom them, because in Indian team you will see a raw talent. In Sri Lankan team you will see a raw talent. You cannot pick and choose the girls, which one have to play and which one not. You have to pick the skill level and then groom them and to how to represent the Pakistan team in international level. I mean what I'm saying. I'm saying you have to select good players. You have to go nationwide. You go and get trials, because there's a lot of talent. Where I live, there is a girl who bowl at 120 2025, but she's not in the system. So she did not carry on with the game. So Pakistani selectors, Pakistani think tank, they must visit place by place and conduct some camps there, and invite the talent and take the trials. So this is the only way, if you want to bring best lot for your women cricket team, because this lot, I don't think they can win only second tier team, not the best teams in the world.
Well, certainly. That now brings us to domestic cricket as well. Yasir bhai, there's been a huge debate now. We've recently seen that NOCs have been revoked for leagues. They've been put on a standstill. They've been put on hold. Now we're once again talking about the Quaid-e-Azam trophy, which is now into a record edition as well. You are one of the most experienced first-class cricketers that we have. You also represented Pakistan proudly in Test cricket. More than 200 matches and more than 12,000 runs to your credit. So you understand how competitive the system has been. Once again, we're focused on domestic cricket, but if we're not able to ensure quality again, how do we proceed further?
First of all, domestic cricket is most important cricket for any player. Even for the white ball players, the red ball players, we have to give value to the domestic cricket. Yeah, today's domestic cricket is starting. I'm very happy that all the players are playing. All the recent Pakistan players, they're also playing, because it is very very important that it is the only the longer version is the only platform where you can develop your game. You can grow as a cricketer. Your confidence, your technique, even your character, it builds in a longer version. So we as a cricketers, we urge, and all the players who are playing, they must they must try to get into the region team and play all season, if even if you are playing a white ball cricket. Because if you we are noticing that in Pakistan India match, we had a great start, 10 overs 90 run, and then suddenly we collapsed, because we were coming into the ground with this belief that we cannot get 170, 180. The calculation, the thought process, awareness, game awareness, these all things are lacking day by day, because our players they are not respecting, they are not valuing domestic cricket. So domestic cricket is one platform that everyone has to play. And quality domestic cricket with good pitches, not flat bullies, or not totally green pitches, but supporting pitches. We used to play, I played 20 years domestic cricket, and we used to play on supporting pitches where the first day was ball used to seam, second, third day was good for batting, and last day it used to get spin. So these type of pitches will improve our skill level and our mental strength of the players. So we have to focus on these type of conditions, these type of pitches, and obviously you have to facilitate your players, pay them well, and give them, a quality cricket, good facilities. These are very important for the growth of a player. So I think every player should be eager then to play domestic cricket, because our stars, they don't bother about domestic cricket. I hardly heard that Babar Azam playing all season. Never. When from the day he came into the team, they only play for Pakistan team. Okay, but you have to value domestic cricket. All the players I'm talking about, everyone who is regular member of the team, he should represent his region. He should take interest. He should see the players, and he should participate. He should encourage them. So this is very important for the growth of the cricket, and for the development of Pakistan cricket team.
Well, certainly. We also remember the 300 that you scored in Peshawar as well in domestic cricket in the Pentangular Cup. Now, that was an inning which required grit determination. You were there at the crease for almost 7.5 or more than that hours when you talk about that. And, you built that innings and with the quality of pitches that you talked about. Now, immediately in Pakistan, rumors are here that maybe it has been decided that no more flat pitches in domestic cricket. That means we're going to one extreme once again. But on the other end, we've got a chief selector who says make absolutely flat turners and win us the test match. So once again, we're at two extremes and we don't understand what kind of pitch do we need for domestic cricket.
Yes, you have very good question. Absolutely right. See, there are three regions in Pakistan. One is north, where we are living, and Peshawar. This is north side. Then you have a center, and then you have a south. And in south you have Multan, and then Karachi. So it's very simple. In north there is more, is cold weather, and you can always make seaming tracks, right? And in center also you can make a good supporting track which support batting most. And in south you make turning pitches. So in one season we used to play in one season three type of pitches, right? I played, as you mentioned, I got 300 in Peshawar against Balochistan, but Balochistan bowling was Abdul Rauf. He was a leading wicket taker in that time. And there is one guy, Arshad, Mohammad Irshad. He was fast, quick, and few spinners. But that inning, I remember, it was totally, it was all about the determination you are talking about. So how you get determined, how you build your inning. So this is an art when you play on the pitches where you have to work hard early on in your inning. Then you get ease. Then you go. Then you go with the flow, right? And in the end, you finish with high runs. So it is very important. Very good question. You have a very good question that in domestic cricket we'll play on the green pitches, and in test matches we'll play on the turning pitches. So that is totally, there is no plan. I'm not seeing any plan in it. So if you plan like this. You have 10 matches in the season or 9 matches. 3 matches every team have to play in north, 3 matches in center, and 3 matches in south. So all the flavors you will get, and the boy who top, who get 700, 800 runs, it means he got runs everywhere. No, don't pick that guy who didn't score in Peshawar and Islamabad. He scored in Lahore in the flat bullies, and he couldn't get runs in Karachi or Multan. But he in middle 3 matches or 4 matches, he got two double hundreds, and we'll pick him at the end because he's a topper. This should not be the criteria. If a guy who gets 50 on a difficult track, right? You have to consider him and give priority on a guy who's getting 150 on a flat track. So this is very technical. As a selector, you have to be very tactical, and you have to see which player is scoring where is getting runs, and against which bowling. So in our time, these things used to be happen, and we played under the selectors. They knew our they already knew our stats, and where we got runs, and where we didn't. So this is only the selector's job. Selection committee is only one job to make a good team. That's it. And for that, he has to work hard. He has to move place by place, venues by venues. He has to see the players, and he has to, you have to pick. Sometime you have to pick a raw talent. He is extraordinary against top class bowling on green wicket. Pick him. This is talent we need. So this is what I'm talking about. Give him a green signal that you have been identified, and go and now get runs. So he'll go in the season with new, enthusiasm, and with new spirit. So our selectors are not doing this. Sorry to say, they are not doing the right job. They are just filling the blanks, and this is, I think, that's why we are not performing. You see in Dubai what happened. There were no horses not for the courses, because you are going to play 3 matches against India in Dubai. You know that the ball will seam, swing, and they have Bumrah, they have other good bowlers. So you have to make plan accordingly. So I think we have to think, we have to sit, and we have to make strategy for. We can do everything. Only we have to strategize. We have to make good plans and execute them.
Well, absolutely. And we go back to your debut as well. You made your debut against Bangladesh when we talk about the year 2003, and you ended up scoring a lot of runs in that first game as well, in that test match. But the fact is, because you had a lot of domestic experience on the back of that performance. One question which is very particular, it might be something that you've heard on and on in your career, is how do we make our star players, as we say, and unfortunately we make stars too early now, that's why they fall down, is how do we make them play domestic cricket? I don't believe, it's my personal opinion, that it has only the only factor must be the money. There's got to be something else, that the voice comes from inside, that I want to improve my game and go back to domestic cricket. Unfortunately, the youngsters we talk to, they just want to play the PSL because they realize selectors will give them a fast track process into Pakistan. How do we prioritize domestic cricket?
See, priority in our time was Pakistan cricket team, and for that we had to top once, twice in uh, 2 seasons. We had to top to get in that line, in for Pakistan cricket team, for knocking the door. But now I would say it's fortunate for players, and unfortunate that anyone who comes and play 2 innings, 3 innings in PSL, and he gets central contract, and he get call up in the Pakistan cricket team, white ball team, at least in T20. Okay, good. PSL should be, and T20 national T20 should be the criteria for T20 selection. But you have to keep that line aside. You have to pick and choose that which are the white ball players. But some players, they have capability of both. So you have to see that what they are doing in test matches, or sorry, in domestic cricket. So don't pick them on the performance of T20 in against Sri Lanka or Bangladesh or international T20. Pick them on behalf of domestic cricket. So that's how you will see that which player wants to play a longer version. But unfortunately, now as T20 cricket is very popular, everyone want to make quick money. Uh, in 2 hours, you get more fees than match fees than a test match you stand in the 5 days. But the real glory, and the real, if you want to play a real cricket, if you want to enjoy your life with everything you have, you'll be grateful. but for everything you have, so you have to play a longer version. This is, this is the mindset we have to change. It should be, told to the players that okay, fine, you have this door, you go from there, you'll get money, but it will be for short term. You'll get money, but you'll not enjoy the career. But this is the way. This is a long way, and you also get money here, but you'll enjoy the career. You'll enjoy the life. You'll enjoy. So you have to educate your cricketers. They don't know. They're naive. They just say money, fame, spotlight. Okay, this is good. But you have to show them right way. You have to show them a real picture that how you would enjoy the cricket. So that's what Indians are doing, and unfortunately, we are not. So I believe, personally believe.
Well, certainly. Thank you very much, Yasir Hameed Saab, for joining us. And I think it was an honor having you on the show. And thank you very much for your insight into domestic cricket. Right, that was Test cricketer Yasir Hameed, who talked to us regarding domestic cricket. Asif, I think a lot of insight into this, and what better way to talk about domestic cricket than to get someone who's played more than 200 matches and scored more than 12,000 runs in domestic cricket.
Well, I think he has sorted out the conundrum very simply, that you have three parts, north, central, and then south. And unfortunately, this time once again, the 68th edition of the Quaid-e-Azam trophy is happening all in the north, which is really good thing, you know, in Rawalpindi, Islamabad, Aptabad and Peshawar.
Yeah, such a good thing that everybody knew that rain is going to happen in these days. I mean, that's the
fast
planning
bowlers.
of domestic cricket.
See, I think this is called vision. If you do not have visionary leadership, how could you plan yourself? So the visionary leadership is missing, and I don't want to say about
But
it.
when you, I hope whatever Yasir says is being heard by PCB and their domestic cricket operations, because I think that is a fantastic idea. You play matches in a season on different wickets,
For
and you're
example,
equipped for that.
let me give you an example of yourself. You're a batter and you're playing 3 matches in the north, 3 matches in the central and 3 matches in the south. And then we will see your record that if you're scoring good 100 in north, same you're scoring 100 in the central. And if you're going to the south and you're coming up with the same results. So definitely you are proving yourself that yes, I'm a good batter and I could play on any surface, in any conditions. This is what Yasir Hameed is talking about. And he was the part of the commentary panel. We were together, we commentated. And we were in Gaddafi Stadium where 6 matches were due just because of the surface, the flat surface.
6 matches ended in a draw in domestic season. What more results do you want?
Ahmed, do remember that the batters like Sarfraz, all the batters, even Ahmed Shehzad, some others, they were scoring double tons.
I think it was
triple
that
tons.
game where Karachi probably made more than 600 runs, and we had
Yes, yes.
one double hundred and about 4 or 5 hundreds in one game.
Yes, that was a record for the domestic record, I think. So if batters are coming with the same approach in the international cricket, and rightly pointed out by Yasir Hameed that what happened in the Pakistan-India game, 90 without any loss, and then the rest of the batters, they didn't make up. Why? Just because they were too good to hitting good sixes, no approach that how to rotate the strike and finish in the 20th over with the 170-80, and that's why Pakistan lost, just because Pakistan was shorter, 20-30 runs, and this is what you said right before the match, and we were discussing the same thing. So domestic cricket is really important. Even I met Shaheen Shah Afridi's brother, and he said that I have told to Shaheen Shah Afridi, if you're not playing 10 first-class games, you're not a good bowler. So the former cricketers, the former test cricketers, they're understanding the importance of first-class cricket. I think that the message is going directly to the Pakistan Cricket Board as well.
Well, certainly it is, but I sincerely hope that sense prevails, because domestic cricket is your, I must say, your
Backbone.
foundation. You're right. So if you're not getting your things sorted out there, and now, like I said, that there is a new mantra, no more flat pitches. On one end, you're saying no more flat pitches in domestic cricket. On the other end, the chief selector is saying make turners and win us a test match. So I mean, two extremes right now.
And you've been appreciated by Yasir Bhai that you have pointed out. Really good question. That bringing fans and just telling to the curators that bring heaters, fans and make dry pitches where the spinners could rule. But what about the batters? What about the fast bowlers? And in the domestic circuit, in the domestic season, you're arranging all the matches in the north. What does it mean that the fast bowlers could get some help?
Well, let me ask you one thing very personal over here is that you're commentating in the Quaid-e-Azam trophy, if I'm right, yes?
Yeah.
So, on your way from your residence to the ground venue, how many brandings did you see of a match happening in Islamabad of domestic cricket?
You're putting me in the hot water, dear.
I'm just saying this. I mean, I just believe, like, you know why I asked him this? Because he's traveling in Rawalpindi, Islamabad. I'm traveling in Islamabad. I just believe that it will be absolutely fun to see crowds coming in our domestic cricket games.
Well, Ahmed, this is really unfortunate. This is really sad that no marketing, no advertisement that the Quaid-e-Azam trophy is happening there and your stars are participating in this domestic circuit. I think Pakistan, the marketing department should work on that and they're getting your advice.
Absolutely, I hope they are because I'm all for suggestions right now. But look, I really want people from Islamabad and Rawalpindi, and if weather permits, go and watch these matches. Support these players. They love it and you'll love it as well. You'll inspire the next generation. Take your children. I want our cricket stadiums and our cricket grounds to be places where families can come. I think that is the way cricket progresses. We see county cricket in England, packed stadiums. We see them in Australia, packed stadiums. So, you know, you want to replicate something like that. But now we move on to international cricket and we tell you that India have appointed their new ODI skipper in the face of Shubman Gill, who now replaces Rohit Sharma as the ODI skipper. He was already appointed test skipper and had a fantastic series himself. But now he moves on to a new role and with the series against Australia as well. Asif, how do you see that forward?
Well, Ahmed, we haven't seen any campaign over the social media for Shubman Gill. We haven't seen that Shubman Gill been asking that I want captaincy for all the format. And he was just performing well with the bat in ODIs, in Test cricket. Recently, he played so well in Asia Cup and you know that they stood champions. So this is called that your performance is calling and your performance is telling to the selectors, yes, I'm the right choice. And on the other side, we didn't see any criticism from the Rohit Sharma. We didn't see any criticism from the senior players that they're just pointing out.
Or their former cricketers.
They're former cricketers. They are just supporting this decision. And they're understanding that when you are giving some authority to a player like Shubman Gill, that for next 5-6 years, you'll be the captain.
And he's going to captain a team where both Kohli and Sharma are playing.
Both in ODI. And of course, that both of them, they're the stars, they're the match winners. And if you see their track record, fabulous. If you see their track record, you'll see that they were the perfect choice for the skippers, but they gave up nothing. You know, when we talk about country comes first, whenever I talk about nationalism, people, they do make fun that there is no nationalism, there is only, you know, it's all about money, it's all about that.
But there's a very interesting subject in this, Asif. Whenever you get a skipper in international cricket, who is a batter particularly, their performance improves because they understand it's not just about Shubman Gill. We can talk about Ricky Ponting, Michael Clarke,
Kane Williamson.
Michael Clarke's average as a batter improved tremendously after he became skipper. Before that, his batting average was just fine, but he was bowling well as a left-arm spinner. But when you see certain things like that, you know, you're astonished. In our part of the world, your performance slumps when you become the skipper.
This is called mindset, that it's only about your mindset, that how you're getting your responsibilities, how you're fulfilling your responsibilities. And then, Ahmed, I reckon, you know, that Shubman Gill, the way he was performing in T20 cricket, I was showing to my youngsters that what was going on.
Absolutely. And I'd like you to comment on the squad as well, because Shubman Gill, KL Rahul experience there, they kept on Yadav. Sharma's back, Dhruv Jaral, he's a fantastic player. Arshdeep Singh as a left-arm bowler. Then you've got Jaiswal in there. Reddy is part of this squad as well. Nitesh Kumar Reddy now looks to be a permanent member of Test and ODI squad both. Prasidh Krishna, Virat Kohli, the legend, of course, Akshar Patel, Mohammad Siraj, Harshit Rana, Washington Sundar and Shreyas Iyer. So they're not going with Jadeja, but they've managed to keep Washington Sundar and Akshar Patel as their spin options.
Yes, and there is no Jasprit Bumrah.
No Jasprit Bumrah.
No Jasprit Bumrah. Ahmed, this is called, you know, planning, that you're bringing and you're making a team, a blend of young and experienced guys. Both of the star players, Bumrah, you know, Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma, They're the part, but they're not skipper, but no more politics. We can't see any, X campaign, any Facebook campaign. They're just focusing on on their performances. And I appreciate the way Surya Kumar Yadav said right before the Asia Cup that we have told to our players, we're told to our members, do not follow social media for the next 10, 20 days. And they have performed so well. Ahmed, this is so important that your mindset should be very, very active. And you are there to win. You're not there to lose. But if you're losing, lose in a style. Doesn't matter if you are, if you're making into the finals and you're coming up with good approach and you have started very well, but your middle order collapsed. Then what happened in the end? That Pakistan lost. Why? Just because the mindset of the middle order, that was not up to the mark. So I reckon that Shubman Gill he should be very good skipper for the India in ODIs as well.
Well, certainly. And I mean, if you look at some of these names that we're talking about, and some of you might think that they're new names, all of these names who are in the squad, even some of the new ones, have got a minimum of 20 first-class games under their belt. So I think that just defines priorities for domestic cricket as well. But thank you very much, Asif, for joining us. That, of course, wraps up our program. I think it's plain simple. When you talk about cricket, it comes back to domestic cricket. Once you improve the quality and competitiveness there, then you're going to get results automatically. You can't expect someone to not play domestic cricket. Of course, there might be an overnight sensation, but the longevity will never be there. We'll leave it at that. From us here at Sports Extra and our entire team, it's goodbye for now.